Hi, I'm Luz Today, and I love to talk about movies 24/7. I've been fascinated with films as long as I can remember, and I upload weekly. Sorry I've been gone for a while again. I've just been busy with life, and I'm actually been setting up an office for YouTube. So this is my office. It took me a while to get it set up, but now I want to actually continually put out videos every week and be consistent. So sorry about the month absence. But I'm gonna start out with another movie catch up to let you know what I've been watching lately that I didn't get a chance to review. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna be ranking the movies as I go along from top to bottom. Coming in at last place is Meg to the Trench. I was just expecting for this movie to be fun and entertaining, and unfortunately, it wasn't that mostly. I enjoyed the first one. It was fun and campy, dumb shark movie. I enjoyed it, but this movie, um, there's like the middle half of the movie has like no sharks. It's just underwater. It's just the trench part of the title. And it was so dull and so boring. I liked the beginning of the movie. I thought it was just gonna be a fun action movie. And I really enjoyed the ending too. It was fun. It's kind of too little, too late at that point. Um, the middle is so boring and so dull. It's just so uninteresting, and I honestly couldn't pay attention. It was so boring. The middle part, but the beginning had me engaged in the end, but the middle it was terrible. It's worth watching if you like shark movies. But I unfortunately can't recommend this one because of how boring the middle part is. And it's way too long. It's like over 2 hours, I think. It could have been easily 80 minutes or 90 minutes. And it would have been a way better movie. This could have made the trench part of the movie just a sequence. I know that they're probably being faithful to the book, and I know the book series probably has its fans, but a lot of these people go into this movie just wants to see, the big dumb shark. So, um, if they do make a third one, which they might, even though they get terrible reviews, they still might make it because it's doing really well at the box office. So it could happen. It's doing really well overseas. I wouldn't mind it if as long as the third one's a lot better than this one. Um, but the acting was okay. Some funny moments. Um, Visual is kind of hit or miss. But it's just like if you want to watch this on a rainy night, that's probably the best recommendation I can give you for this one. Um, but it's overall not really worth your time. Even if you're a fan of the first one, I really can't recommend it. It's just like it's not fun most of the movie. So I'd give this one a C. Next up is going to be Zoey 102. To give you a background about this franchise, I guess. I did watch Zoey 101 when I was younger. I did watch it when it first came out. I don't remember whatsoever. I know I watched it. I don't remember it at all. I did plan to watch it leading up to this movie, so I'd be all fresh and caught up. But to be honest, the trailer looked so terrible. I didn't even feel like doing that. The trailer looked amazing. I'd do it. But I just don't want to put in all that time to watch a great show just to review a mediocre movie, if that makes sense. But this movie kind of surprised me. It's a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I didn't really get any of the references to the show because, like I said, I just didn't remember. I kind of wish I did watch the show now, and I will do a full rewatch at one point. Like, cause I did watch it a long time ago, don't remember. So one of these days I will watch through the show. But I thought it was pretty fun and entertaining. I think the setup was good. Um, I thought the writing was a little sloppy at times, but I also did think it had some real well written moments. I like that the acting, the characters. The runtime was solid. It flowed well. It was entertaining. Story was good for the most part. There's some stupid parts. Humor is pretty good. Had some good emotional moments. I'm assuming throwback to the show. Like I said, I don't remember, so I'd have to watch one of these days. The overall pretty solid movie. Not amazing, not bad. Just pretty solid. This one weird thing that added it, this weird tacked on ending that didn't fit for the movie at all. I didn't know that was like kind of what the show did. I hope so because the ending was just kind of weird. I was like, what the? This just turned into a different genre. Like, if you saw the movie, you know what I'm talking about. I just thought that there's a weird tacked on ending, kind of end, and you're like, okay, that's a pretty good ending. And it had this weird tacked on ending with this character. I actually really liked he was a funny character, but don't want to spoil it in case you haven't watched it. But yeah, it's weird. Besides the weird tech ending and some silly and stupid moments, it was a pretty fun movie. I would actually recommend you watch it, especially if you're a fan of the show. Next up, uh, Puppy Love. This one came out on Freebie, and I think it's also available to rent or buy. Starring Grant Gustin and Lucy Hale. I would have never ever watched this movie if it weren't for those two. Big fan of Grant Gustin from The Flash, and Lucy Hale. I'm a big fan of as well. They're just both extremely likable actors. So I just ran across the movie. I was like, oh, those two in the movie, like a kind of like a dramedy rom com with dogs. I was like, that actually sounds pretty entertaining. I might check that out. And I did checking out. It was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be kind of a piece of garbage, but it was really fun. It was actually really funny. Surprisingly funny. It's a good R-rated comedy. And especially if you're a dog lover, you'll definitely enjoy this movie. Um, I thought the beginning was good, setting up the characters. I thought that the writing, directing, and acting was very solid. I liked the two lead characters, Lucy Hale and Grant Gustin, were really good in the movie. They did a really good job. The flow and runtime were good. Actually had some pretty emotional moments. I did like the overall story, how they put it all together, how they made everything make sense because they kind of like pair up this really socially awkward guy with this really wild girl. I was like, and they're complete opposite ends of each other. I was like, how are they gonna make this work to make this believable that they could fall in love? But they actually do make it work. It actually makes it pretty believable, which I was impressed by. And again, this movie is very funny. I was laughing out loud from some points. I was like, this movie's on Freebie. I'm just like, I was expecting such a bad movie, but I was really entertained. I'd actually watch it again. I recommend it to some of my friends, especially dog lovers, because there's a lot of cute dogs in this movie. The two lead dogs, are adorable. So yeah, I actually recommend this movie. It's very good. Definitely one of the biggest surprises of the year because I would have never saw this movie. I was just looking for August movies that are coming out. Happened to see the poster of this one. I was like, Grant Gustin and Lucy Hale watching it. Like I said, if I didn't see those two on the poster, would have went right past it and never watched it. But I'm glad I watched it. Had a really solid ending with one of my favorite songs, surprisingly, which and the song, it's called Sweet Thing. I can't remember the person who sings it, but I really liked the ending. Pretty emotional and touching actually. So I definitely recommend this movie. I'd give this one a B. Check it out, especially if you're a dog lover, like I said. Coming in at number one, is Talk to Me. I remember seeing the trailer to this one. I was like, yeah, I'm not impressed. I was like, this stuff looks like a generic horror movie to me. I do love A24. Sometimes they're hit and miss, but I do love a lot of their horror movies. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna check that one out. But I heard the word of mouth and all the buzz. I was like, and one of my friends at work, he highly recommended. I was like, okay, I'll check it out. So I ended up watching it. Go to the theater completely, theater's vacant, nobody there, and it ended up being one of my favorite movies of the year. Absolutely phenomenal horror movie. The beginning sets things up very well. The writing, directing were phenomenal. First time directors from the YouTube channel. I can't remember their name. It starts with an R, but they did so good. It's like you would think it was like one of the best directors of all time that directed like 20, 30 movies. Nope. First movie, it looks extremely professionally made. I really like the characters. The intensity of this movie is insane. The flow and runtime are really good. Never bored once. Tension is insane. There's this scene involving a table. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to spoil it. That actually had me cringing and had to look away because usually like stuff doesn't bother me, especially horror movies, because I'm so like numb to it. I've seen so many. But I had to look. I was like, it looks so realistic and gnarly. I was just like, no, I can't. I really like the story. How they set up the hand, everything. Like I said, I won't spoil in case you haven't watched it. But really good job in visual effects and practical effects. They did a phenomenal job. It's surprisingly just a phenomenal horror movie. I'm so glad it did it well ratings wise, and it did pretty well at the box office as well. Just overall phenomenal horror movie, great movie from beginning to end. The ending was phenomenal, really creepy, really chilling. And most movies don't get under my skin or scare me. This was one of the few ones that did actually. So I was very impressed by that. That it actually did creep me out. Um, this is an absolutely phenomenal movie. I'd highly recommend this one. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. I'm gonna get some more videos out to you very soon. Some more movie reviews and some other things upcoming. So definitely look out for those. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate you watching and for all the support. You guys have a great day and take care. Bye.